Hey, how's it going? This is Cindy with Quantum Kaleidoscope. Uh, I can't sleep and I'm being drawn to do a reading. I think it's because I've been drawn to do it all day long and then I procrastinated and now I'm not being allowed to sleep, or I'm not allowing myself to sleep, or someone's not allowing me to sleep. Anyway, so I hope whoever is drawn to hear this message gets a good message for it. Okay, so I'm gonna try a new deck. Okay, this is the Akashic Realms Messengers Oracle deck. I just toyed with it myself a little bit. I don't even know what all the cards even look like. Um, but basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull two cards out. Okay, that's first thing. Okay. Okay. What two messages do we have for the people that are drawn to this reading? Okay, so we got one. This one. I'll put that back up in a second. What's the second message? Sorry, I was taking. Patience is a virtue, right? There's a lot of. Okay, so this is the first message that got pulled, which says Zame or Zam. Okay. I don't know if I've seen either of these two before. And the other one, okay, so that one is Zolita, and the other one is Tim. Okay, so these are really short oracle messages, okay? I am going to do a Celtic cross as well, but I'm going to keep in mind. But, okay, so these kind of came together, kind of like this. So they may be related, they may not be related. I said they may be related. It was 222. But, anyways, so I'm going to let you look at this. See if there's any message that is drawn to you. Okay. Regardless, I'm going to read them all. You can just skip ahead if you aren't interested in any of them, okay? Or the one that, feel free to pick one, pick two, pick all, but I'm going to use this to kind of preface the readings and take into account that there are two potential storylines. Okay. So the first one is Zame, okay, which is number 43, which is also comes down to 7. Okay. So who is Zame or Zame? Okay, so I'm sorry. It's taking too long, but whatever. I'm awake. Okay. So Zame. So this is the guide of hope. Okay, Zame brings love in the form of golden light to illuminate the path and show the way to the end of the tunnel. He connects you with strength and faith to continue moving forward in life. He infuses you with the power to believe new moments are ahead. Awesome. That looks a little bit better. Okay, so the message here: hope has the power to warm your heart that has grown hard and cold as you experience difficulties throughout life. You can achieve much more when you let hope bloom in your heart. A hopeful attitude moved by faith allows true miracles to occur. Okay, so this is definitely about having hope. Okay, so the other two messages. Okay, so I am going to read this one first and then this one. Okay, which was Zolita. So Zolita came first, which is 27. Okay, which comes to 9. So there could be some kind of ending. And so with the 7, again, what I was saying is going to be, probably spiritual, is, having that hope, having that faith. Okay, and so what number is this? 27. So again, this would be some kind of conclusions. Okay, so this is Guardian of Fire. Okay, I've never read this. Never read the other one either. Okay, so Lita has a passion for the violet flame and respects the power of fire, which can be healing or destructive. She brings love to the hearts of people filled with pain, hatred, or revenge. Message: connecting with Lolita's violet flame to offers. I think I have noticed there has been some spelling errors in this one. This is definitely an indie deck kind of thing, right? Okay, so connecting with Lolita's violet flame to offer powerful cleansing and expansion, or connecting with it offers powerful cleansing and expansion. Her passionate fire enlivens those who are sad, unhappy, or depressed. Okay, I'm going to read this practice. Okay, so if you imagine her passionate fire rising up from your feet through your entire body and out through your crown chakra, enlivening each and every cell in your body. Is how to really get that, passion. So what's behind is Tim. Tim was behind. Okay. Guide to spiritual development. Okay. So Tim had been hanging out behind Lolita. Okay. So ultimately is the reason for this fire, the reason for this passion is that there has been some spiritual development that you've been going through. Okay, so Tim is the guide who assists humans to develop spiritually through challenges. He is joyful, friendly, and laughs often and tells happy stories to lighten the path of those in the middle of overcoming life challenges. So, message: no matter how difficult your life seems in this moment, it is time to lighten up. Shift your perspective of the challenge from a punishment to a lesson. There are always blessings in every situation, no matter how hard it seems in the moment. Okay, so I do believe that for many of you, like, you know, like you have been going through a spiritual development that is leading to a new fire, okay? A new, like, rising from the ashes, okay? And it is about having hope, like whether these are two stories or connected, it's like, okay, if you are, if you do find that you have been going through a spiritual awakening, like, maybe these are, and others haven't been, and it's just kind of about like really stepping into that hope. Hope is that first step into, faith, belief, believing in miracles. Okay. So I'm going to do a Celtic cross. Okay. So for anybody who's been drawn to, watch this video, what can we tell them today to help them stay in highest vibration and on their truest path? Let's give them some good messages to help them, throughout the weekish or so, So what can we tell those that have kept me up until I passed on this message? Which, thank you for giving me the encouragement and the like motivation to be like, okay, Cindy, come on, you got shit to do. Not shit to do, obviously, because like, I love doing this, but it's like, get to work. Okay, what can I tell those or that can help stay in high vibration? I'll just say it in my head. My water just popped. Okay. So, under the deck, we have the world. I'm not surprised. Okay, so if you haven't watched any of the November readings, okay, I put elemental readings, and the world popped up everywhere. So, everybody everywhere is experiencing like a whole new cycle, graduation day. They're seeing a whole new world, maybe because, there was a possible winner there is a declared winner to an election, maybe is making people see the possibilities and the optimism. Who knows? I don't know. But either way, it's like there is a major, major cycle. And, for those that have been doing like, a lot of spiritual work within yourself, like, I mean, I do think okay, regardless, everybody here has done a lot of hard work, okay, closing cycles, okay, ready to, see the world, whether literally or figuratively, as much as you can within travel restrictions, but it's just like, everybody has completed some kind of cycle or is in the process of doing that right now. So you should be proud. You should be super proud of everything that you have done and have accomplished, because it's been long, it's been hard. I think it's the air reading where I talk about how long the world energy can take. But those of you who have been on the spiritual path, okay, I don't remember how I prefaced that sentence originally, but I was like trying to say it's like you have really leveled up in your like spirituality, like in your belief or whatever. But regardless, everybody deserves a, pat on the back. Congratulations. Okay, so we're gonna do Celtic Cross. I'm gonna try to like, I'm just gonna try to put them all down. I'm gonna try to see if this makes it, well, it does make it faster, but I mean, okay. The situation, the light, the reveal. That is the present situation. And I'm laughing because if you haven't seen the other readings, the world and the light come up constantly. Okay. So in this deck, for those of you who haven't heard my spiel yet, okay, is that, it has, four extra cards that like relate to what they say is the Holy Arcana, and it's like the higher registers of the Tree of Life. Okay, so really what comes after the world in terms of what they're saying, the ascension is kind of like, you know, having, knowing your truth, I believe is next. Like I don't remember always the order, you know, and then it's like the light, and then it's like speak, and then it's the all. I think it's truth, speak, reveal, then the all. So basically, ultimately, it's like ascending, and through your own spiritual enlightenment, you kind of take others with you. You know, again, if we change ourselves, we change the world, and the possibilities are endless. So you have been ascending, and so it's now time for the grand reveal. Who have you become? What is that light that you need to like shine out into the world. Like, we need you right now. We need people who can reveal their true selves. Okay? Because, I mean, the thing about this is all about, okay, within everything you've been doing within, like, okay, major arcana, like holy arcana. Okay, this is big, big spiritual, deep, work that is gonna stick with you forever. This is major evolution, okay? If this is talking on a societal level, okay? I guess I can't put, I was gonna put out the whole card. I'm gonna put it after this, okay? But I have to talk about the light because because it just came out all the time. But I mean, it's like when you are doing that work, okay, it's going to stick with you forever, this evolution, okay? And we're talking about like on a collective level, okay? Again, if it happens on the individual, we do change society a little bit by little bit, like what happens now that there's a new US president, right? How does the world change in that capacity, right? Does it change anything for your life or does it not? I'm in Canada, so, definitely will, affect us in terms of international relations, right? But, anyways, what I was gonna say is that, like, when you're going through that, like, process, it is about kind of like, once you understand your truth, until you speak it, until you reveal it, you know, until you have, like, it may not be real, it kind of stays in that, like, fantasy realm, you know. So, like, what was the point of all that work then, if it's just going to stay in fantasy? You know, so this is about some giant reveal, okay? And it's now in the present. The time is now, okay? If you need to speak something, if you need to reveal something, if you've been working on something behind the scenes, okay? It is time. We need your light. We need people to come together, okay? You know, so that we can create the world we want to create, okay? So have trust, have faith, have hope, okay? That miracles do happen, okay? And it starts with you. Okay, let me see if I can, like, pull out a lot of this so I can go faster, okay? Withdrawal is the challenge. So it's like, do you ignore this opportunity or do you not ignore this opportunity? So I am, whew. So death just popped out, okay, which is transformation, okay. So I had just put all the cards down, and this was, like, would have been the after. I guess, actually, do you know what? It goes with the outcome, okay. This is, you know, a death of the stress, a death of the, you know, the sleepless nights, okay. So this is interesting, okay, because I've pulled up the whole Celtic cross, okay. This is the outcome. 9 of Swords. I don't think you're gonna have stress, okay. There's gonna be a transformation to this, a death of this, okay. So what are you overthinking about? What is keeping you up at night? Okay, what is tormenting you? Okay, that has been keeping me up at night. It's like, I don't know, 4 a.m. or something. Okay, so, it's about to fall off. Okay. Okay, so we have here is the challenge, is the 4 of Cups. That did come up with, you know, like, in other readings for November as well. Okay. Look at these two energies. Okay, we have the light and, you know, the reveal. And then we have the challenge being, you know, 4 Cups. Why is this a challenge? 4 Cups is like, okay, so 4 Cups, you know, can be really bored and, you know, can be about withdrawal. It's like, are you thinking about, like, turning something down? Something that is huge? Something that is really, like, the universe is guiding you to do, to reveal? It's like, okay, you know, if you've been working on something behind the scenes, we have the Page of Cups here. Not the Page of Cups, this is the Knight of Cups. Okay, so this can be about creativity. This can be about emotions. Okay, the Knight of Cups follows his emotions. Okay, he follows his heart. Okay, so this is the basis of this, right? Like, are you afraid that, are you concerned that people will reject you? Or that you will get rejected? I don't think so. Like, I mean, there are big energies around, and the challenge is this little tiny 4 of Cups. Like, is it like, also, it's like, this is like the challenge is that you're not seeing the opportunity, for love or for inspiration or for some kind of creativity. Like, I mean, if you've been creating something behind the scenes, right? And you're trying to, like, decide whether to reveal it or not, reveal it. Completely up to you, obviously. But I mean, if your heart is calling you, okay? Like, he's on some kind of like, he's on like an eagle, okay? He's like going super fast. Because I mean, this is a night too, right? So nights are fiery. So this is fiery water. Okay, so it's like using that inspiration and follow your heart. Okay, so I feel like it's like you're not paying attention. However, in the recent past, there was the Wheel of Fortune. There was some lucky event. Now, the thing about the Wheel of Fortune, okay, is that, okay, so I have this like app that, gives me like a tarot card every day, and it's interesting how many times, like, if I do get the Wheel of Fortune, sometimes it's something really bad. Like, in the moment, I'm just like, okay, cool, I have the Wheel of Fortune today. It's gonna be good. And then something bad happens, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? The Wheel of Fortune means that it makes sense later. Okay? It can mean that it's very lucky. It can be like a win. In the recent past, you had some kind of win. Okay? But if it did not seem successful, it was meant to be. It was meant to be so that you would get this grand reveal. Like, look at this. Okay? This is past and this is present. So past, present. Okay? This Wheel of Fortune is leading you to this reveal. Okay? So you're either not, the challenge is you're not seeing it, or the challenge is that, like you might decide not to. What's crowning you is the Five of Wands. Okay? So this is conflict. This can be competition. This can be, this is, creativity. If you are creating something and you really want to, like, do I share it with the world, for example, right? But also, okay, if this is about some kind of like, heart situation, love situation, following your heart, like, that there's competition for this person. If you know that, like, I'm not sure, but where you're heading to, okay, is the Two of Wands. This is Genesis, okay? This is putting, that one step in front of the other. This is creating that fire. This is, in this case, it shows what, like, I mean, it can be mirror image or it can be two people, but it's like a coming together, and really creating the fire. So it's like, if you allow this reveal to come, and now again, maybe it's something unexpected, that you don't know anything about, right? Okay, but if it's something that you need to reveal, okay, this is destined, this is meant to happen, okay? So it's like, this was, something lucky happened in the recent past, whether it felt lucky or not, okay? I don't know. Okay, but then there's this giant reveal right now, either from the universe, like this giant, like, download, okay, that you are potentially gonna miss if you don't fight for it, but, or keep your eyes open, because it might unexpectedly knock on your door, okay? But it's leading. So we have major arcana, holy arcana, okay? And then we have a minor arcana. So this is really creating something, you know, on a 3D sense, you know, like being inspired, you know, like this can be like two people, you know, just like having idea after idea after idea after idea, you know, like conversation, conversation, and passionate conversation, okay? And you're showing up here as justice, okay? You know, so if you're a Libra, you know, this is like you stepping in your power, you know, if you have Libra in your chart anywhere kind of thing, right? But this is about you showing up balanced, okay? You showing up, like, I mean, this is all about destiny and karma and like balancing the scales and what is right, okay? This reveal is right. Okay, whatever ever comes into your way, okay? Now around you is the tower. So I don't know what that means. Okay, so like maybe every, you know, like either somebody around you or your environment seems to have been kind of crashing down. Okay, but this is a just thing. You know, the thing with the tower is that it's like a divine intervention. It's like, you know, it can be an epiphany. It can be some shocking news. Like, I mean, okay, you have the page of the, ugh, I keep wanting to say page. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups right here. Okay, and on the top, in terms of, you know, what it also says is about expressive, right? Okay, so I mean, there can be something that's expressed, you know, that can be shocking. But I mean, if something seems like it's been crashing down, this is because there was a delay, like in the sense of, you know, this is about, you know, the cycle of, you know, fortune, misfortune, or whatever. But I mean, the sense of like, when it comes to karma, when it comes to destiny, it's like, it's all good. Everything is all good. This is exactly happening to plan, whether it feels like it or not. Okay? But the tower means that you can build right this time, okay? Or like, and the thing is that the guidance is the magician. Like, these are powerful, powerful. Like, you can create whatever you want. You know, like, what is true for you? Okay? What does your heart say? Like, after all of this, you know, spiritual work, okay? And oh my goodness, we have the Hierophant right here. And I was starting to talk about like what is true for you, like in terms of like morals and values. I was kind of thinking about, right? But this is spirituality. This is, you know, like institutions, you know, in terms of like it can't be higher level commitments in terms of like a job or, you know, a relationship, you know, but there's something about, you know, something that's very emotional that like, or you've been using your, following your heart, okay? You know, based on what you know is true, okay? And this is bringing balance. This is bringing what you deserve, okay? You know, and like, but it's all about like not missing it, like, or not getting stuck in this like apathy. Like, I mean, if something does feel like it just crashed around you, okay, it's so big, things can happen for you, okay? You are turning into the magician, okay? You know, with the world, that is the ending, okay? The fool is that like in between the ending and the beginning, okay? But the magician is about stepping in to your power. This means that you have all the tools you need to like manifest the reality you want. Oh my goodness. Okay? And if you do, okay, like if you fight for what you want, okay? Like technically 5 and the 2 is the 7 of Wands here, okay? That is about standing your ground, okay? It is about taking the higher road as well, okay? You know, if there is conflict around you, you know, like take what you've learned in your, like, within this whole cycle, you know, that you're ending, okay? Like take this knowledge forward, okay? So that you can take the higher ground, okay? So that you can end these sleepless nights once for all and transform it into something beautiful. Wow. Like you're gonna transform, you know, this stuff. Like, oh my goodness, you can actually kind of see, like, okay, I pointed out this before, where you can kind of see this, like, you know, figure 8 or the infinity, you know. You see, you know, the infinity of the magician, okay, and you see the affinity, you know, with the 2 of Wands. So there's something that you are creating, where you have the power to create, and it's now about bringing it to light, sharing it with the world, okay? If it's something, we got the King of Wands behind the Hierophant as well, okay? So it's something you've been passionate about. There's some kind of opportunity, okay? It was behind that, okay? And the Ten of Pentacles, okay? And then the Fool. Oh, look at this Fool. I love this Fool card. So I do believe that you took a risk for a new beginning to probably end something, okay, with the fact that you have hope, okay, with just pure hope, okay, that you know the future is bright, okay. This Ace of Pentacles is a huge potential, okay, that can step you into your king, okay. You can become the leader that, like, if you want to be that, like, spiritual leader, okay, but it's about following your heart, okay, what you want. Don't miss this opportunity, okay, because if you don't want it, you know, somebody else will take it, okay. You see the 5 of Wands, you know, there's a lot of people around this opportunity, okay. So hopefully that was helpful. Okay, what's a takeaway message I can say? I don't have the full deck here. I have most of the deck here. Whatever I didn't throw around. But I mean, so we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, so that is, we have something. Okay, we have the 3 of Cups too. Okay, I was like, something else fell down too. So the 5 of Swords. So we have 2 5s. Okay, which are about, you know, change. You know, I said how I have this, like, app that gives me, you know, a daily card. You know, like, I have themes where, not necessarily with that app per se, with giving me on, like, the daily card, but it's like, actually 5 of Wands in my card yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Anyways, but it's really teaching me 5s. You know, because yes, 5s can be conflict, 5s can be competition, 5s can be, you know, like harsh words, putting yourself first, you know, winning at, like, what cost. But I've been doing a lot of thoughts about this, you know, and it is about, like, I mean, the 3 of Cups came out as well, right? So with the 5 of Swords. So this is about, like, on a pure message sense. You know, I do take this as about putting yourself first, you know, well, 3 of Cups is about celebration. It's about friendship, okay? So if there's a conflict about it, okay, it is about ending this conflict. But I'm feeling like, does it make sense when I say put yourself first to end this conflict? Does that make sense? I'm not sure. Okay, but anyways, but about the 5s is what I've, like, okay, so I did bowling when I was in a bowling league when I was younger, and 5-pin bowling. Okay, 5-pin bowling with small balls, and you get 3 balls instead of the 2. Okay, what I call real bowling. Okay, but whatever. Anyways, so it's a good example with the 5s, you know, especially the 5 of cups, but I mean, it works with everything in the sense of because there's 5 pins, 5, right? And with all this is about change and about where you put your attention, right? Okay, if you see the 5 of swords, okay, if you're just you know, focusing on the conflict, focusing on the loss or something like that, you're not focusing on this wave behind you, right? Like, okay, let's say you turn around, you see the wave, you got a couple options here. You know, you could just stay there and just not move and wait till the water takes you over. You can try to jump out of the way and still have the waves take over you, you know, or you can kind of jump into the waves. You can jump into the waves, which would be scary to hell for me because I'm not a good swimmer. I do not swim really well. I try to learn, you know, kind of thing, but I don't have a good. I've had some bad incidents with water, in like as a kid and stuff. So, anyways, so that's not a good example per se, but I mean, like for me, but I mean, it is a good example because if I were to jump towards the waves with strong swimming skills, and I'm not suggesting this because someone's going to say something about, you know, like avoiding the tide or the like undertow or something like that. You know, I get it. This is just an example, okay? You know, but if you jump towards the wave like a dolphin, okay, you know, you can ride the wave, right? Okay, it's about your attention. So how it connects to bowling is about, okay, so you get 3 balls and you throw the first ball. It looks like it's going to be a strike. All those 5 pins are going to go down, but you only got 2 of them. So you got 3 pins back up, you know, or vice versa. You got 3 down, you got 2 up. Regardless, 5 and, you know, 3 and 2, you know. But what you do is you then spare it up. You don't just walk away and be like, oh, well, he's got our, you know, our swords or whatever kind of thing or whatever. We're just going to walk this way. We're also not going to pay attention to this wave behind us. You know, we're just going to walk away. Well, why not spare it up? Which spare it up, if no one's a bowling person, you know, means that, okay, on your second ball, you throw it, and then you get the rest of the pins down. And you have a spare! Woo! And the only difference between a spare and a strike is how many balls you get the next turn, the frame. But, I mean, in terms of points, it's the exact same points. Okay? Anyways, so, with 5s, it's all about change. And it's all about where you put your attention to. Are you going to put your attention to the loss, you know, or the wave coming through, or, you know, or how are you going to react to it? Are you going to pay attention to this conflict, this disorganization, or what you're going to do to fix it? Okay? And so with the 3 of Cups as well, it's like, you know, 3 of Cups, the 4 of Cups. It's encouraging you to not ignore whatever is happening. If there's a lot of conflict or a lot of problems or something like that that you need to fix, or you need to come in and like reveal something in order to do it, it's like, do not ignore it, because there will be some kind of celebration. You know, this is abundance. This is, you know, friendship, you know, fun. Anyways, like always, I always have to say, I hope this made sense and stuff like that, you know. I don't want to, like, not keep saying that, you know. But I'm tired now, I think. So hopefully this was helpful. I say it anyways. I don't know. I have this whole thing about hope. Like, I've been doing a lot of reflection about that, you know, in the sense of, like, hope can be, you know, as bad as fear. I don't want to, oh man, okay. No, have hope. have hope. I don't want to like deconstruct hope by talking about it can be bad as fear. But I will say, for those that are like, following my path here, is that, it's about the whole, I have not. It's like that craving, like I want, right? You're like, I want love, for example, rather understanding that you are love, that you have love within you, kind of thing. And within that, kind of attracts what you want, right? And so, in terms of hope, hope always kind of keeps it at a distance, kind of can keep it at a distance, rather than like really, stepping into it in terms of full on belief, full on trust, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, okay, wherever that is, you know, that is trust. That is trusting that you are lucky, okay, knowing that you make your own luck. Okay, knowing that everything happens for a reason, okay, and you may not see it now, but you will. Okay, when something better happens, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, thank goodness I dodged that bullet, whatever that bullet was, thank goodness I followed my heart, thank goodness I made that reveal and didn't miss the opportunity, because thank goodness, because it's leading me to passion, it's leading me to transformation, no more sleepless nights. Anyways, have a good one. I intend to believe that this was helpful. Have a good night.